I'm getting a late start tonight. I know I always say 7 o'clock, but, well, I'm late. It is what it is. I'm not always going to be perfect. I'll try, but never always. Anyway, welcome to the episode of Getting Busy. Remember, if you come in, please smash that like button, hit that share button. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, YouTube at Biscuit. With that being said, I'm Biscuit, and let's get busy. Yeah, I'm getting a late start tonight. I was debating on whether or not if I could really do it because I'm kind of a little bit of pain tonight. So, but I'm going to try to tough through it as long as I can here, sitting here in this chair. It's, yeah, I hurt my shoulder and it's really bugging me right now. So, so bear with me. We'll try to do a little content tonight. Just not very long, just whatever. So, please make sure you hit them likes, get them likes up last night. Last night I was so happy. All the likes I got last night, all the, I even got a few subscribers that joined last night. It was a good show, and I appreciate it. Everybody who tuned in and who interacted with me, I really enjoyed it, man. So I thank you very much. I hit a milestone last night that I'm really stoked on. I got 30,000 views on YouTube. And man, I tell you what, YouTube has been hard to really to grow on for me. I got quite a few friends on Facebook and TikTok, and but YouTube has been. I just started it, just a couple months ago, and it's hard because a lot of people just go into YouTube. They just go into scroll and watch a little bit of your content, and just they just watch. So and getting them to subscribe it's been hard. So I appreciate all the people who have subscribed and the people who have hit the share button. And speaking of which, I think I better get busy on that now. Try to get my shares out here. Yeah, we'll come back. Bear with me. I am in pain. Oh my God, am I in pain? Well, obviously the big news yesterday was Myles Garrett getting traded to the Rams and put a big old, just made old Cowboy fans a little aggravated. I don't know if they actually made an attempt or not. I don't know for sure, but they may have made an inquiry to find out what getting a Myles Garrett would cost. The Rams made that they answered that call last night or yesterday. But I'm getting people that's interacted on my videos and telling me, well, the Cowboys didn't have the clout to get him, and I'm going to say,
kiss my entire.
I'm going to disagree with that. No, the Cowboys probably would have let Quentin Williams go, and that's probably somebody that the Browns would be very interested in. And the whole point of acquiring a dominant edge rusher is to put him with Quentin Williams. Put him with Quentin Williams along with Rashawn Gary. Have Kenny Clark clogging up the middle. You got something there. You put Myles Garrett on that. Boss, like what Boss was saying today, and I got to agree with him, I dare anybody to try to play us. I would have. We get a shot at Max Crosby. We got a legit team. We got a legit chance. So I'm going to keep pushing this shit about Max Crosby. Do you really believe that, kind? Do you really believe that? A guy that came out of college last year who got 16 sacks In college, he got 2 as a pro. 2. Malachi Lawrence, like I say, the only tape I seen on him, man, was not very good. He was going up against Max Iedekor, like I've said a million times, and he got no pressures, he got no sacks, he got no tackles. Max Iedekor dominated him that whole game. November 9th, 2024, go watch it. University of Central Florida versus Arizona State. Go watch it. No, I'm not sold on our edge. And obviously, Christian Parker is not either. Because here's the facts. Before anything happened in free agency, before any trade was made, before any person was signed, the Cowboys went directly after Max Crosby. And they made three legit plays at him. Really hard plays. And then today, we find out that the Cowboys did put an inquiry out for Josh Sweat. And Josh Sweat, he kind of went public today to say that he does not even want to consider coming to Dallas. So I'm actually going to applaud him for that because he's sticking where his heart is. He either wants to go to Philadelphia or Green Bay. That's the word that's the word that's going on Twitter. That he wants to go to Green Bay or Twitter. That just tells me he wants to either be with Jonathan Gannon or go back to the team that drafted him. That's what that says to me. I can respect that. He was drafted by the Eagles in 2018, 2019, somewhere in there, and he played with them for all them years. And like I said a few years ago, I thought he should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl, not Jalen Hurts. Josh Sweat dominated. So the Cowboys making legit going out there to find out what would get him to get here, to make a trade to get a edge rusher like that. That's telling me that Parker is not satisfied yet. He's not. Why is he bringing in a Dory Jackson? He's not satisfied yet. And it's right there in his speech when the Cowboys introduced him on their press conference. What he said. He made it clear. Players make coaches great. Having a front is very important. Having talent on your front is very important. So, again, edge is important right now to me. What would it have been like if we could have landed a Myles Garrett yesterday? What could it be like if we land a Max Crosby? Put that with Quentin Williams. Put that with Rashawn Gary. When that's going to help a young secondary in the back that's unproven. Deron Bland has looked like pure dog shit for 2 straight years now. So, edge rusher, man, is so important right now. I just truly, I would like a proven guy. Like I said, F them picks. F the picks. My guys, what the Rams have done. This is the first year they've even drafted somebody since 2016 in the first round. They put a team together a few years ago. They won the Super Bowl. Everybody's like, the team broke up. They continue to look very good, competitive wise. Now they've rebuilt it all together. McDuffie, fucking Garrett, fucking what they get Adams last year. Shit, that team's loaded. That team's loaded right now. I just think that we got to have an edge. I just think edge is something we should really concentrate. And we should go after a badass. Mediocre ain't going to get it. And obviously, the Cowboys want it. If Parker wants it. Actually, you need your line to step up so that to take the heat off the damn secondary. When you got a quarterback that's not getting no pressure on them, and they can sit back there and throw the ball all over the damn field, somebody's gonna come open. You got somebody getting after the damn quarterback, they ain't gonna be able to stand back here and throw it over the field. I gotta get rid of it quick, fast. Edge is important. And I'm just not ready to say we're good with a bunch of youngsters right yet. I know we had our guy. We had him. We had him. Jerry didn't want to pay him. And that's the problem we have. Is Jerry. Like today. Atlanta signed London. 4 years, $141 million, $100 million guaranteed. And we got George Pickens playing on a franchise tag. Who the hell was better last year, London or Pickens? I don't get it. But you see, his agent actually went out and talked to the team, and it wasn't out in the public. It wasn't out in the public. People wasn't sitting around talking about it. They were in behind closed doors talking about it and keeping it inside the business, which is something I wish like hell the Cowboys could do. No, it's got to be a big, big theatrical show. It's ridiculous. It is what it is. This is what we go through being a Cowboys fan. I love my Cowboys. I want to see them get back to the mountaintop so bad. But I've been waiting so long. And I know we're just so close. So close. If we could just get an edge rusher. An edge rusher would one that of the ranks of like a Myles Garrett would have been fantastic, man. That would have been, oh my God. But Max Crosby, Cowboys made legit plays at him. So I'm going to stay on the Max to Dallas. Figure out what it's going to take. I don't know, man. That really changed my entire perspective yesterday. But I know that the Cowboys are still looking because it was reported today that they literally made a legit play at Josh Sweat, and Sweat has said he doesn't want to be at Dallas, and I can respect that. He's a Philadelphia guy. He was trained to hate the Cowboys. But to me, the fact that he is that they're talking about Green Bay could be a landing spot, he just wants out of Arizona because he don't want to be there without Jonathan Cannon. How you doing, Chris? Welcome to the show, Bob. Thank you for tapping in. Please hit that like button, hit that share button. Over here on TikTok, I'm gonna give me some likes up, guys. Please. Thank you very much. But I'd ask, because we can hear this bullshit. The Raiders say he's not on the trade block all we want. I don't believe it, because he was gone. He was out of there. He had did his press conference to say goodbye to him. Yeah, we have, kind. Yes, we have. they finally put a team together for Romo at the end of his career. And he was too broke down to handle it anymore. I mean, they started putting, I think Tyron Smith was the first round draft pick lineman the Cowboys ever drafted. All them great lines that the Cowboys have had over the years, none of them were first round picks. None of them. Not even the great Larry Allen. Tyron Smith was the first. Then they followed it up with Fredericks and then Martin. And then now they've done it all again. 3 first-round picks on offensive line. Trying to protect our quarterbacks. The trenches are very important. I will say that. Trenches are very important. Running the damn ball is so important. Because weather can dictate how good your quarterback is going to be able to play. But if you have trenches covered, hat on hat will always work. Rushing the quarterback always works. Tackling, stopping the run. Yeah, the trenches are important. And that's why we just got to get behind this and get it. We need an edge rusher in here. We need an edge rusher. We need a dominant edge rusher. So, yeah. Max Crosby sounds so good. It sounds so good. And I'm not going to stay off of it. I'm not going to lay off of it. I can't. I don't have it in me. You know, I've had people interact with me on YouTube, hitting the comments on last night's show. I don't know, somebody. I personally don't think the damn Browns are going to win a game this year. I really don't. I don't think they're going to win a game. I think they need to just rebuild. That was the whole point of letting to get that big. They just got that big haul for Garrett, and it's going to take a few years for it to pan out. Right now, all they got is Verse. They get the first pick in 2027. They get the next pick in 2028. They get the third pick in 2029. Cowboys couldn't have done that. Damn right they could have. Cowboys have got to want to do it. They can do it. If you're coming in, please hit that like button, hit the share button. Appreciate the likes. Don't be afraid to type into the chat box to tell me what you think about a dominant edge rusher, a proven one, not one that we got to sit and babysit and see if he turns out to be good. You know, I'm on record last year saying, hey, I think Dominez Raku is going to be the next star, and I still believe that. But it's going to take about 3 years for him to become that. What are we going to do in the meantime? You know, nobody's staying up late at night to account for a Rashawn Gary. He's not making offensive coordinators lose sleep. You know who does? Garrett, Crosby, Parsons. They all do. You put that with Quinton Williams. Ooh. That's building something. That's showing something. I appreciate the likes, guys, on TikTok. But yeah, when I seen today that Cowboys did call about Josh Sweat, what I was talking about just a few days ago, and you know, I got a buddy who's a big Eagles fan, and he's legit, and he's we can't have him. But then when I when I read a little bit about what his name Easton, God, I can't think of his last name, had tweeted that he's not interested in coming to Dallas because he don't want to come to Dallas, and I can respect that. Go where your heart's at. If you're not wanting to be here, then we don't want you here. But at the same time, it also tells me that they are really, really looking for an edge. Parker wants an edge. It's right there in the press conference when Shoddy introduced him to the world and on his initial press conference. Listen to what he says. Or just go today to Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube and watch his show today. Boss played the damn thing. And he's right. He said good players make coaches great. And that's all I needed to see. And that's all I needed to hear. How important he talked about the front is. And how it takes talent. Then the first thing he wants is Max Crosby. It's the first thing the Cowboys did. The first thing they did was try to make a trade for Max Crosby before the free agent frenzy, before the damn draft. They made an inquiry to go after Max Crosby. They made an attempt. 3 of them. 3 solid, really good attempts. And one of them marinated for a few days. And if the Ravens didn't come in and offer those 2 first-round picks, he'd have been at Dallas. He was coming to Dallas. And guess what? I about guarantee that damn physical would have never amounted to shit. Guarantee it. Right now, he's in OTAs right now on a snap count. Doctor's saying that his recovery's ahead of schedule. And he's going to be a full go at minicamp and at training camp. That's not worth what the Cowboys was wanting to give for him? Dude. Max is a dog, guys. Max is a complete dog. He's got that killer mentality, man, and that's something the Cowboys desperately need. He's a proven veteran game wrecker. Proven. I appreciate that, Chris. Thanks a lot, my man. Yeah, he got piggybacked. That ain't the first time, though, man. I mean, great players makes your coach look good. That's just facts. Now we got a young man taking over his first ever shot calling. Christian Parker, this is his first time being a defensive coordinator to be a play caller. And he's doing it on the biggest stages of all. Think about it. He's going to be on prime time 6 times this year in his first outing. You know, here he is, a rookie defensive coordinator. And he's doing it for the Dallas Cowboys, a team that's always on TV, a team that every news, every sports media, all social media cannot stop talking about. You either love them or you hate them. Regardless, they're getting talked about. So he's going to be he's going to be watched. So he wants to look good, and it's up to Jerry to make him look good. Give him the players he needs. Hashtag Max to Dallas. Let's do it. It's all over Twitter. Go join the petition. Appreciate it, Chris. Appreciate hitting all them shares too, man. I didn't have time to set my shares up and stuff, so It's been great though. Last night's show was awesome. Tonight I got a late start. I know a lot of people are talking about a backup running back too. I'm pushing the edge rusher for right now. You know, if a backup running back is highly important, which I'm not saying it's not. I before we do anything crazy, let's get this fucking defense completely fixed up. It's better now. It looks better. Obviously, we all know now that we learned that Caleb Downs is absolutely blowing it up in OTAs, just exactly like I thought he would. I'm so happy to have him on my team. But yeah, if we would have gotten, we would have traded those picks away from Myles Garrett, I would have done it in a minute. I'd have said, okay, we can't have him. I would have done it. Garrett is a game changer. He just made the Rams. Of course, the Rams got McDuffie too, but of course, there's a big old rumor going around now that Aaron Donald could be coming out of retirement. Man, I say don't believe the hype, but he could ride the coattails. Right now, edge rusher is something that I really, really, really want to have at Dallas. Philadelphia losing their star receiver. And a lot of Philadelphia fans, man, I got nothing but love for all of you. But, man, you guys can be crazier than hell at times. Crazier than us. I get that you're pissed off at A.J. Brown. I get it. Then you find out it has something to do over women and all the shit that's coming out today all over social media, man. It's kind of hilarious. But I don't see Malachi Lemon stepping up and being this complete badass all at once. It's not going to happen. So you're going to feel that. Are you going to be a good team? Hell yeah, you're going to be a good team because you still got that defense. You still got that running game. And Jalen Hurts is a big, big part of that running game. Hell, he may even be your best runner. I'm joking. Everybody, I'm not rubbing it in because everybody's seen that coming. They got a pretty good call for. They got a first round draft pick for him, and that just goes to show that when people say that there was no market for Pickens, man,
Kiss my
get out of here.
Ass.
Then you see London got a 4-year deal, $141 million with $100 million guaranteed. That should be George Pickens getting something like that. We shouldn't have to sit here and put him on a damn franchise tag when something like this comes up, when a trade like of a magnitude of a Myles Garrett comes up, or trying to figure out how to have cap space to pay for some of these guys. And all you got to do is sign your guy. That's all you got to do. Give Pickens a 4-year deal. You got money to float around. Because it all goes into it. You can put it all into some restructures and signing bonuses and the whole 9 yards. Because when you put him on a tag, that entire money goes against the cap. All of it. You can't restructure a franchise tag. It's all guaranteed money. And it goes right directly against the cap. To me, it has never made sense to me. He came here on a 1-year deal, a show me deal, and by God, he showed us. He said, throw me the goddamn ball. I'll make plays. And he made plays. He made a lot of plays. So when Jerry says,
No, when the ducks quack, feed them.
feed them. We're quacking, Jerry. We're quacking hard now. We're quacking for a damn edge rusher. We're quacking for our management to stop this Mickey Mouse circus bullshit they've been doing. And we got to quack loud. We got to get loud. If you truly want to see, if you're Cowboy fans and you truly want to see this team get better, you got to make your voice heard. And social media is perfect. Think they're not out there watching what's going on Twitter? Bet your ass. Think somebody's not on Facebook watching this right now? You bet your ass. Could be. We're out there on TikTok when we're doing our crash out panels that we do. Think somebody ain't out there seeing that shit? Bet your ass. I'm a small guy, but I know football, and I love the Dallas Cowboys. Let me see if I can read that real quick. Yeah, actually, Jason doesn't do too bad as a Notre Dame and now a TV personality on Channel 13. He does a lot of Notre Dame games. He doesn't do too bad. Jason Garrett was a pretty good offensive coordinator before he became a Cowboys coach. Of course, he went back to New York. It didn't pan out too good. But Jason is a guy that needed the players. He had the player in with Tony Romo and Dez Bryant, along with Murray. And of course, you know they made him look. I don't know, those 3 8-8 years, man, always stand out to me with having a team that could play like that. I mean, you really forfeited Tony Romo's best years, man. And because Jerry then was even worse then than what he is now. He was horrible during those times. And I don't know. Don't want to think it's Jerry. I want to think it's Steven. Now, I used to think Steven may someday be better than Jerry. And boy, have I been wrong about that one. Because Steven don't negotiate big contracts. Jerry does. It was Stephen Jones that waited till his dad was leaving with Bill Clinton on that press conference to say, we're not going to negotiate a long-term deal with George Pickens.
Kiss my entire ass.
Not even going to talk to his agent. How in the hell are you supposed to know what it's going to cost to have him on your team if you don't talk to his agent? But yet you want to go and use the franchise tag as a tool. I don't get it. That man came in and balled out. And then everybody wants to bring up stupid shit like, oh man, him and CD was out at a titty bar till late. Man, come on, dude.
Kiss my entire ass.
That made no sense. Everybody in that locker room has said how much they like Pickens. The coach has said how much they like Pickens. Shotty praises him. Dak absolutely loves it. Dak is throwing the 50-50 ball. He didn't do it. You know, with Dak's first couple years, man, he was pretty much a what you call a game managing type of player, afraid to make act, kind of what Jalen Hurts does. That's how Dak was. Only Jalen Hurts is a lot better at running the ball than Dak ever was, and he is. He's got 600-pound weight that he can leg lift and deadlift and all that shit. So he's been a better runner with the football than Dak ever was. That's just fact. But Dak was the kind of guy he would not throw in the tight windows in his first few years because he didn't want to make no mistakes. I mean, he was the lowest paid quarterback, starting quarterback in the league for the first, 4 years of his NFL career. First 4 years, he was the lowest paid starting quarterback in the league. So he didn't want to fuck up. The whole world was watching him. As a rookie, he did things that no rookie had ever done before. Nobody ever took a team that was 4-12 the year prior to take them the next year to go 13-3. Shit. That doesn't happen. But he did, along with Ezekiel Elliott. But Dak wasn't throwing into tight windows, and he damn sure wasn't throwing the 50-50 ball, which took Dez Bryant completely out of what Dez Bryant does. Romo threw that motherfucker. He threw it high to Dez. Dez caught it. Dez come down with it. Romo was good at that. God, he was good at that. Dak was a little shaky with that. You remember we was all talking about back then about how Dak's accuracy is not there? Tell you one thing, Dak's accuracy is there now. Because Dak is the man. Every time he is healthy, and when they say he's not this, he's not that, but how his numbers say he's top 5 in everything, especially last year. There is no doubt in my mind if Dak Prescott would have been the MVP of the league last year if the Cowboys would have had a winning record. That's a fact. He was top 5 in every single passing category. So Dak was pretty damn good last year, and he's been good every damn time he stayed healthy. Dak healthy, the Cowboys always have a top 5 offense. So I'm going to give kudos to my quarterback a little bit. He deserves it, but it's designed for him to have to ball out for the Cowboys to win, and that's why we need to build this fucking defense up a little bit better. It's getting there. Yes, he is. He is. Dak will throw into a tight window. He'll light it up. Year in, year out, he will give us 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns when he's healthy. That's the key. You got to stay healthy. At his age now, we got to keep him healthy. We got to keep him upright. That's why our offensive line's got to really, really tighten up. Figure out how, right now I'm Team Tyler Guyton. I'm going to say that. I'm going to keep saying I'm Team Tyler Guyton because I just want Guyton to stay healthy and give himself a fair share. I know guys are wanting to move him out to right tackle because that's where he was at in college and he was really good out there. They brought him in to be a left tackle, so he's going on his, this will be his 3rd year at playing left tackle. He's been here 2 years now and he hasn't stayed healthy and he's been kind of swinging in and out. I thought he made strides last year, beginning of the season, until he started getting banged up. Then he started slipping. But it's important to keep our offensive line. Our offensive line, I think, is legit. I think it's legit. So keep our quarterback upright. And for the love of God, man, stop this fucking shit of this franchise tag and shit. I mean, Pickens hasn't reported to OTAs. And, that gets people talking. And then you got to say the words like, oh, it's only voluntary. I guess we got to say it to make ourselves feel better about it. Because I would rather him be there right now. I'd rather them becoming a cohesive unit. Not because they have to, because they want to. But wanting one hand, shit in the other, huh? Doesn't work that way in Dallas. Hell, we still got guys that's dead cap hits. Think about that one. Osa Digazua. He's like 16 million dead cap money this year for the Cowboys. Zach Martin, he's like $12 million in dead cap money for the Cowboys this year. Trayvon Diggs, another $7 million in dead cap money for the Cowboys this year. That's all bad management, man. That's just what it is. These guys are not even on the team no more. But I'm all about trying to make a trade to get our guy here. There's so many things that can be cleaned up. And an edge rusher right now would be such a great thing, man. And we got technical difficulties. We'll be right back up here in a second. And we're back. Sorry about that. Let everything get caught up here. I don't know what happened. Well, I wanted to come in tonight. I definitely want to thank everybody for last night who tapped in. Please, I thank you again for the night for tapping in. I just think as Cowboy fans, we should be getting the word out that we need a dominant edge rusher, and we all know that Parker is interested. Parker wants it, and the fact that they have made the inquiries from Crosby, and they went after Josh Sweat. They made a call about Josh Sweat today. So that tells me that they are definitely interested in getting a dominant edge rusher. They're not quite satisfied. So I'm all for it. Please go to Twitter and hit the hashtag #MaxDallas petition. Make your voice heard. And until next time, we them boys. And I thank you for coming in tonight, guys. Have a good one.